Hi there, welcome to the Schwowin's Nest. My name is Sandra and I'm so glad you're here.
In today's video, I decided to challenge myself and take some items that I would normally throw in the recycle bin and upcycle them into Pottery Barn inspired decor. I love the shape of these tall, skinny baskets. They're also very narrow, which I think is so unique. And this is something that I never find at the thrift store. So I'm going to try and make one myself. I'm going to be using this stovetop stuffing box because it's tall and skinny and narrow. Now, for sure, this isn't as big as the baskets that they show in the inspiration pictures, but you know what? I don't need a basket that big anyway, so I'm going to make a smaller version of it. Just cut off all the flaps and then you'll be able to get started. I'm using jute rope, which is something that I get at my local Dollarama store, and it's usually about 250 for I think it's 9 yards. Anyway, I'm just going to use a bunch of this and just hot glue it all the way around, just overlapping and making it all the way to the top. So I'm not going to bore you with how this works. I'm pretty sure you probably get the idea. Just hot glue, wrap around and keep wrapping until you get to the top. Once I got about 3/4 of the way up to the top, I took one longer piece of the jute rope and I'm gluing it together to make it flatter and wider. I want to have a thicker piece for the handle. And I'm using probably about 2 feet, 24 inches or so, and I'm going to glue probably only about 8 to 10 inches. These are going to become the handles, and I'm just going to glue them on the side. And I'm doing this before I finish wrapping the twine because I want this twine to go over the handles. So I'm just going to glue it down and then glue the other side down, just like you see here. Then I'll repeat this process for the other side of the box. The handles are secure, and now I'm just going to continue wrapping the rope all the way around. Once I get to the handle portion, I'm just going to use the hot glue and glue it right on top and sort of push the rope right into where the little dip is, where the handles are. Now that I'm all the way up to the top, I'm going to use a couple more rows, and I want to be able to camouflage that there's a cardboard box inside here. So I'm going to put the glue right on top of the cardboard box, and then I'll go down a couple of rows into the box. I'm going to be putting florals or something in it anyway, so you really won't notice it, but just in case, I just wanted to make sure that you wouldn't really be able to see the box. Here's where you can see the 2 rows that I have on the inside. To give the basket more of the look like in the pictures, I'm taking some white chalk paint and I'm going to give it a dry brush. Now, I don't have the pattern that these original boxes had, but I think this one turns out pretty good. Considering how expensive brand new baskets can be, I'm still on the lookout for something like this at a thrift store, but in the meantime, this will do.
If you like what you see so far, I'd love it if you could hit that red subscribe button.
The next inspiration were these gorgeous recycled wood or reclaimed wood candle holders. I thought they were so rustic and sort of industrial looking. So I had a pair from Party Light. They're not exactly the same as these, but I thought they would do the trick. They've just been sitting in my bathroom on my tub, and I just needed to do something with them. I thought they would look fantastic upcycled. So I'm taking these 2 pieces of 2 by 4. Now this is probably a 4 by 4 piece, and I'm going to glue them together using wood glue. I'm going to just make sure that they sit for a while so the glue has a chance to bond. And I'm also going to put a heavy paint can on top so it really holds it in place. All of these wood pieces don't have the same color to them, so I'm going to use the antiquing wax to bring them all together. I'm using it full strength and I'm going to apply it with a paintbrush and then wipe off the excess with a paper towel. I remembered to leave where I'm going to be gluing the candlesticks on raw wood so it would have a better opportunity to grip. And I'm going to be using Gorilla Glue Clear Grip. These are the candlesticks. It's kind of hard to see them this way, but you'll see it in just a minute when I've completed everything. So I'm just going to put some glue around the edges like that and then set them on top, let them dry, and they are permanently on there. They turned out really great. This is the next piece that I'm going to try and duplicate. I'm sure it has some really heavy weight to the bottom of it. It looks like it's some type of metal with the glass, but it was $300 and I think I can make that for less. So let's give it a try. This is a hurricane glass piece that I've had for many years, and I did paint a little bit of a design on it a couple of years back. I'm going to remove all of that just using pure acetone and a makeup pad. And I have found pure acetone at my Dollarama store. You might be able to find it at Dollar Tree, but if not, most drugstores should have it. This is an old metal coffee can that I had painted for a project ages ago. It was also a trash to treasure, but I'm going to take my diamond blade on my little rotary tool here, and I'm going to just cut out the metal about halfway. And this little tool works really great. You have to be patient with it, especially because once the blade kind of gets caught in the metal, it automatically turns off. So it is a little finicky. I actually got the hang of it when I was almost at the end. Now you have to be careful. As I said, this is a blade, and if it slips and hits your hand, it definitely is going to hurt. I should have had gloves on, but because I wear my braces, it's really hard to put gloves on top. But no injuries were sustained during the creation of this project. To make the handles for this piece, I'm using these arched wood blocks. They came in a child's wooden building block set, and they were perfect for what I needed, but I wasn't able to get them to sit properly, so I needed to do some trimming, and I'm just using my miter shears. This wood is super soft, and I was able to just go through it really easily. I pencil marked where I needed it to be cut, and then it worked out great. Now, since this is a metal piece, I'm definitely going to need something better than hot glue. So I'm using a combination of Gorilla Glue and hot glue, and hopefully it will stick the way I need it to stick. And I was very pleasantly surprised that it did stick. The inspiration piece was gold, but I am definitely not a gold person, so I decided just to paint it black. I have yet to decide if I want to maybe make it more of a silver galvanized kind of look, but I ended ultimately just leaving it black. I gave it 2 coats of chalk paint. Once it was dry, I gave it a coat of a glossy sealer, and then all I had to do was put the hurricane vase right inside. This is the last inspiration piece from Pottery Barn. These are beautiful baskets with some wooden feet. At some point last year, I created my own version of this without even knowing that it was available on Pottery Barn. I took a thrift store basket and I glued on some spindle feet, antique waxed them, and this is how it looks. I think it's beautiful. So I have been getting requests from some of you to create some Highland Cow craft kits. Well, I finally got around to it and I hope you like these. I've got 2 styles for you. This is the first. He's a little bit more curly in his hair. There's 3 pieces, the backing, the top part, and then his little nose, which is engraved. And now this second one also has 3 pieces, but it's a little more smoother. He doesn't have as much hair flying around all over the place. And you can see I've got the backing, the top part, and then the hair and the nose on top. So these are available up on my Etsy shop right now. I also wanted to share with you that right now Creative Fabrica is having a yearly all access sale for only $4.99 a month. That is about $50 a year and their normal price is $350. It's a discounted price that's valid forever. It will always renew at $50 a year, and you get access to millions of graphics, fonts, classes. You also get personal commercial use of the products, and this is where I find a lot of beautiful graphics and SVG files and also laser cut files to use in my craft kits. So I wanted to share with you all of the beautiful Highland cow images they have available. There are so many pretty ones. Definitely go check out Creative Fabrica. I do have a link down in my description box, and if you purchase something from them, I do get a little bit of a kickback, and that is helpful to support my channel as well. If you're a serious crafter like I am, you might want to check into this $4.99 a month membership. And I believe it's going to be ending soon and you won't want to miss out. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Creative Fabrica. This is just something that I wanted to share with you all. The second batch of new items that will be coming soon to my Etsy shop are water slide decals and sublimation prints. I'm going to be offering a lot of floral designs, some birds and other types of animals and bugs and bees and that sort of thing. Also some greenery pieces. And if there's anything that you would like to see up on my Etsy shop that you would like to purchase either as a water slide decal or sublimation for fabric, let me know down in the comments and I'll make sure to get something up on my Etsy shop for you right away. When you're on my Etsy shop, what you'll do is click the drop down arrow and select whether you want water slide or sublimation. This is just an example and this is a size variation. And then you can add it to your basket. I hope you enjoyed this video today and are starting to look at the items in your recycle bin a little bit differently. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up. That gets me noticed more on YouTube and helps my channel grow. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Bye for now.